Good afternoon, it's Robert and Julia Miller with the J. Patel Group and Rethink Real Estate with another exciting real estate update.
Exciting.
Hibernating, it's
hibernating, yes.
115 every day it seems like.
July sucks. July sucks, yeah.
Arizona winter.
Yeah.
You're stuck in the home. Inside.
Yes. Too hot to even go outside in the middle of the day in your pool.
Yeah.
So hot.
We got up at 5:30. So we could at least sit in the courtyard, and it was still warm.
It was almost 90 degrees, by like 6 a.m.
Anyway, we should spend some time.
Drone on and on about the weather.
Yeah, no complaints. No.
Weather whiners.
All right, episode 84.
Ooh, yes.
All
Nailed
right.
it. Good job. Episode 84. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We try to bring these videos on a weekly basis, just kind of keeping you up to date on the market. We've changed the format this week just a little bit, so hang with us. We will still go through a joke. This week in history, just kind of some history highlights, not about the market necessarily, just regular history.
We love history.
And then we go into some housing news, and this week we do have our Cromford Report. We've gone over that before. Right now we're doing it on a more regular basis just because the market's changing pretty
Things are
rapidly.
Happening daily basis almost, so yeah.
Then we'll touch on rates and inventory.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, hit us with your joke.
All right, I got the best one.
Can't wait.
Why do ghosts visit bars?
Oh man, this looks like another mom joke.
I should have saved this for October.
Why do ghosts visit bars?
For the booze.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? You're gonna have me telling jokes. They gotta be corny ones.
That's what I'm gonna get. Okay.
What do you got?
All right. My friend is great at selling home security systems.
Okay.
If they aren't home, he just leaves a brochure on the kitchen counter.
Oh dear. That would not be good.
Works every time.
That would not be good.
All right, a little bit of history for this week. In 1984, Walter Mondale names Geraldine Ferraro as the running mate for presidential election, first woman.
Right, first woman.
In 1964, the first performance of the Rolling Stones, and I can't believe they're still rocking.
They're still rocking.
The British rock band performed for the first time as a group at the Marquee Club in London.
Wow.
In 1960, To Kill a Mockingbird is first published as Atticus.
Great book.
Yeah.
Great book.
Harper Lee's classic and Pulitzer Prize-winning book is about racial inequality during the Great Depression.
Yep.
Here's the best one of all.
Good historical novel.
1914, Major League Baseball debut of Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
George Herman Babe Ruth Jr., one of the world's most well-known professional baseball players, started his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Red Sox.
And they called him the Babe because he had like a baby face, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
If you've never watched it before, watch The History of Baseball.
Yes, Ken Burns' History of Baseball.
9
it's getting
innings long.
little old now, but it's still
really good.
It's still classic, still good.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, worth the watch.
Ken Burns. Ken Burns narrates, but there's some really good baseball historians and baseball legends on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Comedians, Billy Crystal's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Good
really
stuff.
good. So,
Watch it.
All right. Moving on from history, I caught a news clip, Channel 12 News today, how the market is changing. 4 points they pointed out: mortgage rates. We were at a historically low 2.70, and we're now at 5.8.
Yes.
So that is a big difference in the mortgage payment, your monthly mortgage payment. Inventory is way up. We do recall, we reported every week, but we were at 3,500 at one point. We're now at...
We're getting pretty low.
Yeah, we're now, if you count the coming soons, we're at 17,000 now.
Wow.
That is unbelievable change in the amount of inventory that's available.
It is.
Prices have slowed down. I didn't say they've dropped, but Julia's got some additional information that's going to I think, lead us in that direction. And the other thing they pointed out was buyers have more leverage now. You know, buyers were doing ridiculous things to get their offer accepted, waiving appraisals, waiving long post possessions at no charge. You know, those days are pretty much going away. Now we're going to get into a more balanced market, and we'll be doing a lot more negotiating for our buyers now successfully. So I'm kind of excited about that, to be honest with you.
You're going to want an experienced agent in your corner, whether you're a buyer or a seller, because negotiations start from both sides. And hopefully you've got a buyer that's willing to negotiate, or hopefully you've got a seller that's willing to negotiate, because that's the best way to make it work.
Yeah, there's not going to be any more my way or the highway.
Yeah.
We're going to have to truly negotiate. It's going to need to be a win-win. And
for the past 2 years, that's what we've been, is it's seller's market, and it's been what the seller says goes, pretty much.
Buyers jump through the hoops, and we're quickly shifting back to a balance. So exciting time.
So with that, and I liked the way Channel 12 did that, because it was pretty straightforward. You know, not a lot of opinion here or there. It was just straightforward.
The numbers, they just pointed out the numbers. I like that. You make your own decision on the information.
Just the news.
Yep.
Tina with the Cromford Report, and I always feel like I'm not saying her last name right, so I'll just...
Tambier.
For the Cromford Report, sat in on that call with her yesterday. It was amazing. She's always a wealth of information. I like how she started it out. There's been no market like this since 1980.
That's a long time ago. Yeah.
But housing was very different then. So, yeah, it's, you know, and I think what she means by market is the sales numbers and the interest rates rising and all these things in the market and economy that's affecting the housing market.
Right.
So, anyway, most of the valley now is considered a warm market. We've been talking for a few weeks about it being a hotter market, and then we went to hot, and actually Peoria and Surprise is still considered hot.
What happened to Frenzy?
Frenzy was before that.
So it's long gone.
Yeah.
No
there
more
was frenzied. Hotter. Hot.
Now
warm.
we're warm.
Yeah, a lot of the valley is considered a warm market, and that's based on how many listings are on the market, how many listings are under contract. So, how many months of inventory are available, and those type statistics. So, but Peoria and Surprise are considered still a hot market.
For now.
We still have some time before we're going to be balanced, and we'll get into that more as well. But she recommended that we all act as if it's a buyer's market right now.
Yes, let's get ahead of the curve and start thinking balanced market now.
Which from a seller standpoint, you may be saying, well, wait a minute, there's not very many homes listed in my neighborhood. Well, let's talk about that a little bit. We'll pause because Tina did throw in this statistic, which is important to keep in mind as well, about median rental rate. Median rental rate is now $2,295 a month.
That's a lot of coin.
That's expensive for a rental, folks.
And the interest rate on a rental is 100%.
Right. You're just paying,
something to
just
keep
lining
in mind
somebody else's
if
pocket.
You plan on just continuing to rent at these rates.
Yeah,
that's 100% interest rate every month.
The rental market is up 111% in supply since last September.
Right.
So where are these all coming from? I'm sure any of you are surprised. Probably flips, or not flips, but investors.
Right.
The iBuyers, institutional buyers, people that buy to hold. They hold as a long-term investment, they hold as rental income, and those type things. So we'll look real quick here at regular sales inventory. 51% of all active resale homes are vacant.
And that
So what does that mean
raises
exactly?
a red flag,
Yeah,
because I think what we're seeing, those are all probably flips, or a good portion of those are
Yeah.
flips, which means there are some investors holding some properties that could be in trouble. So
Right. They're going to have to start reducing prices,
and they don't
they're-
necessarily have a big margin, and they really overpaid for those homes at the peak, and now
True. True.
you know, they're going to have to start eating into their profit pretty deeply, pretty quickly. So-
25% of the 51% were purchased the first half of this year.
Right.
And then the 11% of that 51% were purchased in the second half of last year. So they haven't held them very long.
But they purchased them at a very high price.
Right. So, yeah, that could be something to say, yeah, they may be looking for less of an ROI on their ROI. And that brings us, we'll touch on that for the regular home sellers as well. But let's first look at accepted contracts, because that number's down as well, which again is why we're seeing the listings going up, you know, not as many listings coming off the market, because accepted contracts is down 24.8%.
That's big.
Under contract homes are also down by 25.7%. So that means pending versus accepted contracts. Median sales price is down as well.
Okay.
4%.
So that's the first sign that we're going to start possibly seeing some price reductions. Is when that median
Yep.
price number starts to creep down a little bit. You're going to start seeing list prices.
I've got a statistic for that too coming up. Hold tight, hold that thought.
Okay.
She's anticipating, the crystal ball says median home price by December will be down 10 to 14%.
Wow.
Again, you're not losing money, sellers. You're losing the return of your investment potentially, or the money that you could have made.
No, I disagree with that. Your investment is your down payment.
Correct.
So you're not going to lose that.
Correct.
What you're going to lose, you're not really losing anything.
Yeah,
You're
right.
just not making
As much.
the astronomical appreciation rate that you were anticipating.
Right.
You're still making a very good profit. You're just not making a astronomical
That's
profit. You're gonna be
exactly what
making
Tina
less.
said. It's not money lost.
Yeah, you're not losing any money.
Right. So, when will that be at a balanced market or surpassing this balanced market? Again, and we've talked about this a couple of times over the last couple months here, is we're anticipating mid-August to late August is when the supply and demand numbers should meet, and then most likely we'll have less demand than supply. So that's when things
Becomes
become
balanced.
a buyer's market. No, we're surpassing balance.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We haven't been talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, you know, and to just act as if it's a buyer's market.
Okay.
So.
All right. You got a little advice
All
for
right.
sellers?
Well, let's look at median home price first of all. For July, where we're at, median home price is at $457,500, whereas June the median home price was at $476,000.
There's your 4%.
There's the 4%. Yep. Are listings still closing over list price? Yeah, 36%. Still 36.6%.
I think that's lagging information, though. I think we're going to see that number.
Well, sure. This is
drop off the
closing.
ledge. Yeah.
This is closings over list price. So.
Right.
Absolutely. So, sales price over list price, it was at 100% in June. Currently for July, we're at 99.3.
So here we go. We're back under 100.
We're back under 100.
Yeah, sellers, you can anticipate getting 99% of your list price now.
Right.
So
Okay.
price your home accordingly.
So you were brought up earlier about concessions, I'm sorry. And seller paying concessions to the buyer to close a sale. July so far we're at 6.5% of all sales closing with concessions. June was only at 4.1%.
So that's creeping up.
Creeping up. Normal, however, is about 25%. So we're well below normal.
Well, I won't be surprised if it gets up to 25% again very quickly.
I won't spend a lot of time on this point, but there is a sharp decline in flips.
That makes sense. I think there's some
stands
folks
to reason,
stuck
right?
in some homes right now.
So is this a bubble? No, it's not a bubble. It's still not a bubble. Low to no risk of foreclosure, right? Low vacancy risk. The credit availability index, this was interesting, is very low. So how easy is it to get credit? We're at about 120 is the index number. Prior to the crash, the index was at 800 plus over 800, almost 900.
Wow.
So that's how easy it was to obtain a loan. And we all kind of know that. So your notes, again, we're talking about sellers are not losing money. They are getting less than anticipated.
Right.
Yep. A little bit of seller advice to kind of close this out. Open houses. Let us do open houses.
Yeah, they're coming back.
It will help. It will help. Even though it's 115 degrees, well, maybe not this week or this weekend, but you know, when the weather evens back out a little bit, back around 105, 110 even, it'll be fine.
I'll let you do those. I'll wait. I'll wait till it's 85.
I got my oven mitt for the signs. Declutter. Fix stuff. If you know what's broken, just fix it. Just fix it. Home warranties. Might not be a bad idea to offer a home warranty or be willing to pay for it if it's asked of you. Incentives. Rate buy down. And this is a brilliant thing that we're seeing coming out of the market pressure on sellers is, okay, well, maybe you don't want to lower your list price because you're not quite feeling that yet. Maybe offer this buy down, buying down the rate for the buyer for the first year. And that really makes a big difference. We actually had a new home builder. We won't say who, we would rather you contact us. But they're offering this option for their new homes.
Yeah, new home builders are jumping on this option.
That's great.
As an incentive. They're offering to buy down the rate for the first 2 years. It's not a permanent, but it's for the first 2 years. So they list how much you're going to save. You're basically locking in your rate at 3.5% with the buy down for 2 years. So
nice.
The first year for a $400,000 home, you'd save about $1,800, a little under $1,800. For the second year, $2,026, and for the third year, you would save $2,271.
Well, that's your amount per month, isn't it? That's your...
No, that's what you would save for that year.
Oh, for the year. Okay. In interest. Okay.
Yeah, in interest. So, because that amount's going towards principal. So, that's going to be something I think we're going to see more and more of. And just before leaving this, I think the message to the sellers is, we've been in a historic, never seen before time where basically all you had to do was put your home on the market.
Put a sign in the yard.
Put a sign in the yard, and you had a line of people, ready to make offers. It didn't matter what it looked like, if there was things that needed fixed, if it was cluttered, it didn't matter. You were still going to get multiple offers. Those days are gone. So if you want to get the maximum that you can for your home, it's time to get back to what we've been used to, historic. Where the home needs to look good and it needs to be in good repair, and you need to be willing to negotiate. And
as agent, your agent should be doing their part, obviously. Social media and marketing and video walkthroughs and pricing it well, helping you walk through pricing it well, taking professional pictures, having them taken. It really is not that expensive. It's gotten a little pricier with gas prices and all of this, but it really makes a big difference to have professional photos taken.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
you know, and a good bit of advice I received was that for the seller, you don't want to be the one reacting as far as pricing your home. You don't want to be over aggressive right now, because you don't want to be the one adjusting your price because another home sold. You want to be the one that sold.
Right.
And let the other one that's for sale make the adjustment. You don't want to be in the second position. So price the home aggressively right from the start, and be the one that sells right off the bat.
Well, and that's where I was going next, is you don't want to be the one in the neighborhood reacting to the other guy getting the contract. Oh, that guy went pending.
Exactly.
Great. Now I need to reduce my price because he was lower than I was, and that's why he got the contract. Or, you know, that's what Robert means by reacting.
Okay, let's move on. Rates, I don't have new indices this year or this week, but I've heard multiple times that they're at like 5.8 now. So
kind of bouncing, it seems like.
Yeah, it's bouncing up and down a little bit. So we're in the range of the 30-year 5.655, the 15 years at 4.770, and the VA is at 5.252.
Right.
For inventory, valley-wide, we were at 14,670. Again, we jump up almost 1,000 every single week, so we're now at 15,597. Peoria is now over 500. They went from 498 to 533, and Surprise is over 600 now. They went from 591 to 646. Trilogy at Vistancia added one. They're at lowest price $525,000, most expensive $1,250,000. One other thing that I'm going to start doing is putting how many went under contract this week.
This is a great statistic.
Since we broadcast last, so there was only 2 homes that went under contract. In the village, the number went from 41 to 53, so pretty big jump there in the village. Most affordable, $439,900. Most expensive, $1,077,325. That's a brand new home out in North Point by David Weekley.
Yeah, David Weekley put a couple inventory on, not a lot, just a couple inventories on.
Right. And for the village, there was 5 homes that went under contract last week. All right. Blackstone Country Club, they added a couple of homes. They're now at 10. Most affordable, $850,000. Most expensive, $2,950,000. Portobello actually dropped to, they're at 12. $429,000. The most affordable, $897,000. The most the most expensive. Sun City Grand went up by 3. They're at 50 homes available now. $365,000, the most affordable. $940,000 tops the list.
Wow, that low number's a high number for Sun City Grand even.
Yeah, it's creeping up there.
Yeah, okay.
Sun City West went up quite a bit. They went up by 9. Most affordable, $234,500. Most expensive, $899,000. And finally, Westbrook Village went up by 1, $410,000. The most affordable, $620,000. The most expensive.
Not bad. All right. Well, we knew it was creeping up, right?
Yep. So that's our report. A little long-winded, but we had a lot to cover. So everybody have a blessed week, and we will see you again next week. Take care.
See you soon. Stay cool.
I think we're about to overheat or lose our battery.
No, it's overheat.